2024, done and dusted. So for my last video this year, I thought I'd have a look back at what I achieved. The weather must have been pretty good throughout the year because I managed to get a ride in pretty much every week. Some of the rides were fairly rainy, but most of the time it was good weather. I had a personal goal of putting out a video every week, and I managed to do 50 videos, so that's pretty good going. Missed a couple of weeks somewhere, and in doing so clocked up about 40,000 Ks on the bike. I didn't get to do a trip of the South Island, which I like to try and do each year. However, I did manage a couple of multi-day rides. One recent one was completely unplanned. The trip I did to the bridge to somewhere was meant to be a one-day trip, but because of a locked gate I ended up heading over to New Plymouth and then wound my way up to Auckland and then came home around the East Cape. So much for a day trip. And I think I only managed one camping trip, and that wasn't that good. The people there made it a little bit annoying. But the ride itself was really good, so I can't really complain about that. It wasn't all plain sailing though. I did put the bike down a couple of times. I badly injured my leg and needed to go to hospital for stitches, but that didn't stop me completing the 1,300 kilometre ride I had planned for that weekend. And then the next week I stupidly attempted a four-wheel drive track and completely failed. And yeah, I'll put that down to the painkillers clouding my judgment. And it's not fun trying to pick up a 200 kilo bike when you have an injured leg. It wasn't a particularly good year for the technology either. Crashed my drone, which was really annoying. Cost a little bit to get it repaired, but at least it was repairable. And recently the helmet mic has given up the ghost in my helmet. It's either the mic or the camera itself, so that's something I've got to address in the new year as well. Anyway, here's a few stats. As I said, 50 videos, almost one a week. 40,000 kilometres travelled, roundabout. And in doing that, generated 3.5 terabytes of storage. And now each video takes me about 15 to 20 hours to edit. I'm not particularly fast at it. So that's getting on for 1,000 hours sitting in front of the computer editing. And it probably calculates at $5,000 worth of fuel and probably a few thousand more worth of tyres and servicing and maintenance costs. So it's been pretty pricey doing all this. But thanks to you, I gained over 1,000 subscribers. I've had the channel for 8 years. In the first 7 years, I only reached 400 subscribers. But this year, that's more than tripled. And it really happened after I started filming in 4K. So if you're doing your own channel, 4K seems to be the thing that YouTube looks for. But that means I can now monetize this channel. And I'm not going to make much from it, but maybe every couple of months I can put some petrol in the tank. And it makes a bit of a difference. So thank you to everyone who's subscribed. Now, I don't have any fixed plans for next year. Not sure if I'll be able to do a video every week again for another year. It's been expensive financially and personally, so I want to make sure I have a couple of weeks off every now and then, if that's okay with you. I also hope to get down to the South Island again sometime, so I'm going to have to save up for that a bit. Anyway, I really want to thank all of you who watch these videos. Still surprises me that anyone watches them. I'm just a bloke on a bike who likes to explore the place, but it means a lot to me that people are actually watching them. Makes it a little bit more worthwhile doing it. So yeah, I will be seeing you next year. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.